fantasy world.
Oh, okay.
And so it's a talking vending machine. But originally
my
it only
fantasy
had
world does not have dungeon in it.
Right?
it only has these like little things it can do. Like it can say thank you very much and so forth, So everybody's late today. Sorry guys, it's my fault.
I know. But I mean, that's different. You get to watch. Isn't that exciting?
Now you get to see how much effort she puts into being here for you guys. All I did was put on a sweatshirt because I was cold. Hi,
That's because I'm old and I have no color anymore in my face, and I don't know.
I put my hair in a ponytail.
That is good.
Because it really needed it.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah,
Oh,
Joe.
we're good. How are you?
Okay. I'm going to go set you up.
But yeah, so the entire first season, the poor little guy that has become a vending machine in the afterlife,
As one does.
he can only
There you go.
he can only say things like thank you or make another selection kind of things. He can't.
Aww,
so like hello. Hello is how he says yes, kind of thing, and it's definitely super cute, and has a talking bear in it. And
that's fun.
so it's very obviously a children's show, and
which is why you should enjoy it, right?
Exactly.
Why not?
Though it has the healer for the group has a shoe fetish.
I guess that's better than a foot fetish. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely a shoe fetish. They're obsessed with the smell of shoes and what the smells of the shoes mean, and so they're constantly looking for.
That's funny.
They're constantly trying to get people's shoes. And there's this girl, and her blessing is to be super, super powerful. So she carries him around like he's a backpack.
Oh.
This humongous vending machine. But then he figures out how to switch sizes, and he becomes all sorts of sizes and things. And at one point he becomes an automated defibrillator and saves two of the adventurers after they've been killed by a demon, and just all these really. It's like I'm sitting here going, who would have thought? Let's create a character that's a talking vending machine. I mean, that's just kind of mind blowing to me. Who would have thought this is a great idea? We're going to have a talking vending machine.
Wondering if they just had a weird dream, so you know.
Right?
Wonder if the person had a dream and they're like, this would be a great show. You know. Most of my dreams would not be good. This would be a great show. I have to figure out how to turn this off now. Turn on. Most of my dreams would not. There, I think.
Sounds better.
No, come on. I never know which button it is. It's that button, the one that says
you found
has the thing through it. I found it. Hey, Jason.
Hi, Jason.
B. Yeah, Jason, I was going to watch you guys today at noon, and then I fell asleep. So
yeah, it was raining and cold here
today. Hi, Jason.
So I just started watching
My fingers are so cold, I'm not typing well tonight, guys.
You're not what?
How are your fingers cold?
Because we've got an east wind and my window is still open.
Oh, wow.
And it's 20 outside, so it's probably like 40 in here.
Oh, okay.
I would have like gotten some like heavy plastic at least and put up by now.
Yeah.
It's all the boxes and craft supplies that are between.
You told me about Sacred, though, to maybe make my windows more,
Well, it's just there's like boxes and stacks of craft supplies and art supplies between me and the window.
Mm-hmm.
So getting to it to close it is a
That's a
big
funny
issue.
thing. Yeah. Yeah. But it sounds like you might need to sleep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sleep is always nice.
I
I could
really
sleep
like
great in the cold.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's
Yeah,
trying to be in here and type that's the problem.
my
No.
husband made me a cold sleeper for life, I think.
Mm. I can't be too cold. That's my problem because my body doesn't seem to know how to regulate itself. So it'll get either way too cold or way too hot. So, yeah. So I'm the Goldilocks. I'm the, just right one. Yeah. That's me.
Uh-huh. Did you guys hear me crunching?
No.
Okay,
No.
good. I got a fresh
Can you
batch of
see me
M&Ms.
peeling an orange? Can you see that?
I can see that.
Can you
I
see
got
me
these oranges.
crocheting something
Huge,
yellow?
huge
I
they
can
are.
see that
They're
too.
massive. I love a good orange. I hope these are good ones.
So
Yeah.
The last batch I had no flavor.
Oh no,
Yeah, they were just
I
like,
hate when that happens.
that's
yeah. Like,
gross. So disappointing, especially after.
oh man,
Yeah.
terribly disappointing.
Yeah.
I prefer mandarins to navel oranges. They're so much easier to peel.
They are. But I think these were mandarins. I don't know where
Mm.
I got them from, but they had no taste. And my husband
Oh
got one,
no,
and I said, "Let me
Joe.
know how they taste to you." And he said, "They don't have any flavor." And I said, "Thank you." I thought it was me.
I don't know if I will sleep well tonight or not.
Yeah. I did not sleep well last
Oh,
night because I forgot to
Joe.
take my pills. Yeah, Joe, that was. I'm never too overzealous to re-break anything.
Oh God, no.
Definitely not overzealous enough to do it on a treadmill.
Mm-mm.
No.
I don't think I've ever re-broken a bone. If I think about it, I don't remember re-breaking one at least.
Well, I have to tell you guys, the pumpkin seed oil
Mm-hmm.
pills that I got by mistake,
Mm-hmm.
I took 2 of them last night, and I woke up every 4 hours instead of every 2 hours.
Oh, that's
Weird.
better.
Much better. So tonight I took 3, which is the recommended dose. So I'm going to see if I think it's 6 hours, maybe.
Hmm.
Looking at my eyebrows. Sorry.
You doing what to your eyebrows?
That's what I was looking at my eyebrows because I'm like, oh, this one looks darker. Oh, oh well,
Oh,
perfectly imperfect. Yeah, you did 2 lives today, didn't you, Nero?
that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Gee.
Yeah, I didn't take my usual stuff that I take to sleep, which is trazodone and most of
2 drops of pumpkin
And I couldn't go
oil intranasally 1 hour before bedtime for 14 days.
up your nose.
Yeah,
Were you keeping up your nose?
that's what the study
The
doing it.
finger with the pumpkin seed oil, right?
Yeah, right.
You saying?
Oh, well, these are capsules I'm swallowing. I'm not putting anything up my nose.
Apparently they contain tryptophan.
Oh,
Oh, I
interesting.
could have just ate a turkey sandwich.
Yeah.
Who knew?
So
So
Streamlink, that's connected to what? What's the service for that one?
nice, Jason. I play cards. Joe, what kind of games?
Wow.
They play cards here on Tuesdays and
Depends what kind of card games.
at the park. Unique code for using 30 StreamYard. Huh. The things you learn about people.
Mm-hmm.
So pumpkin oil seed apparently is supposed to reduce frequent nighttime urination.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've got to go
That's
find
what
a
it
good
said.
one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to go find one. That'd be an interesting improvement in my life.
Yeah, right?
That's what I said. I mean, I didn't order it, but when it came by mistake, I was like, huh? Maybe Source was taking care of me.
Okay.
Maybe.
Makes sense, Jason. That is crazy that you got that and it was actually something good. It's like,
That's what I
miracle, right?
For
Yeah.
some reason, in the past month, at some point, my insurance company began covering Premier Protein, so now I can buy it with my dietary and over-the-counter benefit instead of having to pay for all of it out of pocket.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
So it's $50 a month, and that's 24 cans of that if I decide to stick with the liquid diet. Or I can try to spend $49 and get as many meals as possible out of it, but I don't think there's all that many meals I'd get before it was done. But
Mm-hmm.
sadly, I think protein shakes aren't very filling, but they're cheaper. Trying to
Right.
figure out what reality should do. But hello, Tim. Or are you a
I thought you
Timothy?
said that you weren't really enjoying them too much.
I'm not. I'm hungry all the time.
Mm.
But I'm like trying to psych myself up to do it again and try
I'm
to
not
get.
surprised you're hungry all the time, though, because you're only taking in, 800 calories or something?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, you're meant to be hungry all the time at that,
yeah. I gotta
Oh,
gotta psych my brain up to enjoying being hungry and then do it again.
You can do that, huh?
Um,
I mean, I guess we
oh,
can tell
I've done
ourselves
it
anything.
before. I only lasted 3 weeks this first time, but I can try again.
Mm.
You know, I'll either get it, or find something else that works, or
Mhm.
at least my A1C was normal this past
I know,
time.
that's amazing.
Yeah,
mhm.
that was like pretty impressive.
Now, if your kidney function straightens out, that would be perfect.
Yeah,
Well,
so
I
did you get
don't
those
expect it to straighten out. I mean, supposedly it can improve slightly, but you can't really get it back once it's damaged. You're trying to prevent any future damage. You're trying to prevent progression, pretty much, is from what I understand.
I remember them saying that when it kills off the parts of your kidneys that you can't get that back, but
Yeah.
just checking. No, thank you for checking in, Timothy.
Yes, thank you very
We
much.
are still here. Yes, we are.
We are here. Tonight is ladies' night.
Yeah.
Her guy takes off 2 days in a row. I've been in a mood. I was debating about canceling tonight, but
Mm,
that didn't seem fair to anybody.
mm.
So here I am in all of my cranky glory.
You're not acting cranky, so that's amazing.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't. My brain does several things at once,
Mm.
and it's just pondering.
Yeah. Well, if you
And
want to see cranky, I can go for it. Pretty good at it. Whiny, cranky. Those are two I have a lot of experience with. What else?
I'm very good at self-deprecating
Oh.
and
Mm,
evil voices in my head.
mm.
Yeah, I can go from 0 to bitch in 0.1 seconds. So,
I believe that.
I
Very good.
The rare times when my patience has finally had it, I scare everybody around me because I so rarely express anger
Mm,
that they're like, "Oh, shoot, now we're in trouble."
that's good.
yeah, my kids will tell you if she's yelling, you're gold. But if she stops yelling, if she gets real quiet and one tear slips down her face, run.
Mm,
Really?
Just run. Yep.
mm,
I was telling son of another mother about my father's unhappy smile.
Mm.
And he looks down and starts laughing. And he
You've
goes,
got the same smile, don't you?
yeah. He's like, I've seen that smile. I
Oh,
know
that's
that smile.
funny.
That's a very scary smile. I've met your smile. He's like,
Mm.
you inherited that, by the way, if you didn't know. I'm like, oh, yeah, I felt it across my face. I'm pretty sure I recognize. Yeah. I know I've had yes, I'm really unhappy with you at the moment smile.
Mm.
Oh, let's see the smile. Let's see the smile.
I don't know if I can pull it off. It's something that comes naturally as you're getting angrier and angrier and trying very hard
Oh,
to
I get
control
it.
your temper and not show them the fact that you want to rip their head off and shove it down
Because
their
your
neck.
eyes get zero smile
Yep,
to them. Rubs.
yep.
When your
And
face
Love
is
that.
like this, but your eyes are like this,
Uh-huh.
um,
The best one.
Run
that's funny.
away! Run far, run
Mm.
away.
Oh dear. That was
Yeah,
even.
I get so mad I cry sometimes, but that's not too often.
Mm.
Greetings, robes and salad croutons.
Mhm.
Corn, hominy, grits, and salad croutons. There we go.
Mhm.
So I'm looking for kitty
Shoot.
cat
Hey, sushi.
things. Kitty cat patterns. And there's this one that's
Oh.
pretty much a giant squishmallow kitty.
Aw.
It's supposed to be and it's a squishmallow, so it's a big thing.
Mhm.
And so I'm debating about whether or not to try to make it. I've got a lot of the yellow.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
Oh, fun girl.
I'm debating because I bought a 6-pack of the yellow at one point. So I'm debating I could probably make a yellow kitty.
Is that like more than one yellow? I mean, is it
Yeah, it's got the yellow pattern to it. It's the
okay?
darker and lighter
I
yellow.
couldn't tell if it was just light and shadow or.
So it ends up looking like this.
Oh yeah, I love
So
that.
it could be kind of a you know,
Hey, Sarah.
hello Tessera. Is it Tessera or
Tessera.
Tessera?
I think it was Tessera. I think I said it wrong.
That
As soon
was
as I
just
said it,
Sarah.
I think I said that wrong.
I know I asked. Isn't it funny? Robes, yeah, because I'll be like talking at the camera. Wait, no, they can't actually hear me. Yeah.
Yeah. It is really really weird when you're used to always being one of the ones talking. You start
Mm-hmm.
talking to the thing
Yeah,
and
that's what I thought. I remembered Tessara. Yeah.
Yep, Tessera.
Tessera. Okay.
Well,
Well,
Tessera,
I knew
remember,
I
I'm
asked
old
this.
and my memory is not great anymore. So if I
Mm.
screw it up again, please forgive me.
yes, please.
Just give me the right pronunciation and hopefully I'll make it through the rest of the day.
Right. Yes. The sort
Isn't there something called a tesseract?
of what? Misuse. Hello.
Yes.
Hi, misuse.
How is school going, Misuse? I always mean to ask you that.
I thought there was the word tesseract.
Hmm.
And so that's and there is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 4-dimensional hypercube.
Oh. Marvel Universe. Ah, funny.
Right, Jason. So that's where I get my pronunciation screwed up.
Yep. Yep. But yeah. So I was wondering if somebody who was like a major math geek maybe used that name for her, you
Oh,
know?
funny.
Tessera, is your mom or dad a major math geek?
So
It's
Oh,
going
yeah,
hello,
on
misuse.
apparently
well. You're off this week. How nice. That must feel really good, huh? I can't even imagine studying law. That just
N-dimensional hypervolume.
so much remembering.
Yeah, there's apparently spring break for the schools around here this week, too.
Sarah does not have math geek family parents, so she came by the name some other way.
Okay.
It is, really? The name of the tile pieces
Oh,
was in Mosaic?
neat.
I love mosaic. It's really fun breaking stuff first to make the mosaic, especially if you're already pissed off. Then breaking them is just so much fun.
Yeah, I
did
want to
that when I
find
got
some.
downsized from my job.
I love smashing
Broke
stuff.
things.
I want to get some broken tile pieces or broken glass pieces. There's a chunk missing out of the bathroom mirror, and I want to take and glue a whole bunch of pieces to it with clear glue and create a mosaic corner where the pieces are broken.
Fun! That's a cool idea.
And that way I don't have to figure out how to find mirror pieces to replace the broken parts. I can just kind of.
That's nice. No, that's a good idea.
I used to have temper issues.
That's too bad. Misuse. I have to stay busy.
I have a 20-minute temper.
Well, I used to blow before I could think to control it, slow down a minute, take a breath.
Yeah.
And then I started realizing that all these yard sales that went past, they had all these old bottles and things, cheap,
Right.
mismatched pieces of pottery and stuff.
Right.
I started buying like $10 worth at a time because they were like, 5 cents a dime. I'd buy a box full, every one I passed. And
wow.
I carried those down into the basement. We had one little room that was off. It was just all wall.
Right.
And when I'd get mad, I would go downstairs and just start pitching glass at the wall to shatter.
Wow.
Oh my God, that is the most satisfying sound and feeling to just whip it.
Really good, yeah.
My kids started doing the same thing. They'd go down here and get into my glass and whip it at something. But you know what? We had a really quiet household and nobody fought or argued.
It's really, it's so much better than using your plates that you actually want to keep and eat off of,
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It was all,
or
garbage
throwing an
glass.
entire coconut cream pie. That's a never ever do that again moment.
Oh,
And that's part of the last time I lost my temper.
What happened?
Well, my ex-husband offended my guests and they stormed out of my house. And I don't like coconut cream pie. But I asked what kind of pie they liked, and they said, "Oh, coconut cream pie is our favorite." So I made them a beautiful handcrafted coconut cream pie.
Oh, wow.
And start to finish. And I got mad because they left. I don't eat it. So I got mad and threw it across the room. And it broke.
It must have been surprising.
There was coconut cream pie all over the floor. And you know how people are always slipping and falling in pie on pratfalls and things? Well, yeah, it's a very slippery cleanup, and I dislocated my elbow falling in the coconut cream pie.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh.
So the only person that was at all injured by my temper tantrum was me. I had to clean up the mess. I hurt myself, and I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not going to lose my temper. I'm never going to do something this stupid ever again.
It's just no good when you're the one that has to clean it up. You know? I mean,
if I could have thrown it and made him clean it up, that would have been another thing entirely. But
right, yeah, that would have been so much better.
He looked at the mess, laughed, and walked out of the house.
Oh,
but
I would have saved it for his return.
He offended the people, though.
Yeah, he's the one that caused the whole mess, and he just laughed and left the house and smirked at me like I was an idiot, and I was, because it didn't hurt anybody but me.
And you had to clean it up. Yep.
Right. But yeah, the chickens didn't lay as many eggs. We had a 6-egg day, and we had had 2 2-egg days. So they.
What do you think? What changes?
Well, part of it is just chickens have different laying cycles, and part of it is probably they're also sort of starting to warm back up for the year. But what happens is, like, when my chickens started laying when they were really young, after the first couple weeks, they would lay, like, an egg every 20 hours, a few of them.
Oh,
They would
wow.
actually sometimes lay more than 1 egg in a day when they were really young. And then they get a little bit older, and, it ends up being like a 30-hour for one chicken and 22 hours for another and 35 hours for another, and occasionally all the eggs show up on one day because the cycles all match up, and then they don't. You get a couple eggs here, a couple eggs there. Um, I I don't know if it's her or not. I saw an all-black chicken that looks a lot like Desdemona, and it was in 2015. So if that's Desi, that means she's actually 11 this year, not 8. But it could be one of her forebearers too. It's hard to say. But I know for a fact I got Bronwyn in 2017 or 2018. So she's 8 or 9, and she's laying 3 eggs a week right now.
Oh, wow.
And to me, for a hen that old, that's amazing. I'm, like, totally thrilled with her laying capability. And she's an Easter egger, and they're not as big of a laying chicken as, say, a black Australorp at one point held the actual laying record in the early 20th century for like a half dozen hens laying over 300 eggs each in a year.
Woo!
And so, yeah, black Australorps lay tons of eggs.
Still haven't got it, Joe. That's too bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's gonna be there any day now because it was shipped on like Wednesday, I think, wasn't it? What day did I bring it online for you guys? Was it Wednesday or
I don't
that I
remember.
brought it on or
It
Tuesday?
all runs together for me now.
Because I mailed it the next day. I shipped it the next day after because I had to take it out of the box so you guys could all see it for her and then ship it. So it got held up another day.
Turned out very cool, though, I gotta say.
Yeah, the granddaughter was going, I need one like that. I'm like, no, you don't.
No.
You get all grandma's broken chickens as it is. You don't need a
right.
specially made patchwork chicken on top of everything else.
Hi, Cheryl.
There has to be a limit here.
Yeah.
Right?
Joe, so did your healthcare person give you grief for re-breaking your leg on the treadmill? Seems like something they might frown on.
Right?
Yeah. At least be a little frustrated about.
Yeah.
Though,
my bones are well padded. I don't think I can break anymore. I only broke my toe. That's the only one I ever broke. 2 toes.
It's so funny because the ankle that had surgery, that foot has a split in between the middle toes, which is a sign of a Liz Frank fracture, which I did have and was diagnosed on my left foot. And my right foot is a bigger looking mess than my left foot. And it's like, interesting. Yes, the doctor agreed with me. I'm developing a bunion. I'm like, I am too young for this. My goodness. And I never was a big
You call
fan of
yourself an old lady, though, so,
I was never a big fan of pointy shoes or anything, so I'm a little frustrated. It's like, I didn't do anything to deserve this.
Yeah, what causes them?
Well, another thing that can cause them is pronating your feet, rolling your feet as you walk.
Oh.
And I know that that's been a thing I do forever.
Ooh.
So apparently it's catching up with me.
Oh, no.
Because I roll from my outside of my foot onto the inside of my foot as I walk.
Yeah.
So that is probably why I have it.
Not good.
Because I do not wear pointy shoes.
Oh, well, it's good it's not as bad, Joe, at least.
Right?
Owie, owie. Good night, Robes.
Sleep, Robes.
Good night, Robes. We love you too.
Sleep the sleep of the innocent, even if you aren't. Night.
Or just have wonderful dreams.
Yeah.
Yes. Wonderful dreams. And don't forget to put chickens in your little worlds that you're building
Oh,
on the
yes,
internet.
definitely. I
There
also
must
sent him
be
a picture
chickens.
of the puppy you
And
crocheted
one
too,
crow
so
for
he could
me.
put that in.
Oh, cool.
Put in chickens room. Put in one crow for me, and maybe one buzzard.
Oh, yeah, buzzard. Those are your
Yeah,
friends, right?
I don't want to put combs on the little tiny brown birds I made the other day.
Mm,
I think they look too bird-like to be chickeny.
yeah.
And so the granddaughter came upstairs. She spent most of the day downstairs, which was sort of perplexing. But so she finally comes upstairs, and I didn't crochet today at the time. And she like takes all of the chickens that still need combs and lines them up on the bed and brings me the red yarn
Mhm.
and the crochet kit
Oh,
and everything. And says these need to have their heads finished.
aw,
They need the things put on their heads.
how
And
funny.
she said, "You're supposed to make that." And I'm like,
Oh,
God, don't even give me a day off.
birthday chickens, yes. That's funny.
Don't even, it's like, geez, Louise, hello.
That's
It's like
funny.
I haven't sold any chickens for a while. I'm not going to keep making chickens. And every time I turn around, she's like, "Well, you're not making chickens. You got to make more chickens." And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, girl.
This is what grandma does, is she
Yes,
makes
this is all grandma does. She's done it since January. So obviously it's all grandma's for is making chickens. Lots and lots and
this
lots of
funny jokes.
chickens.
Aw. Hmm. So I shouldn't keep looking for different kinds of yarn to get you to make them out of? 'Cause that's
Well,
gonna be fun. That's really fun.
there's the tabby yarn and the cat
Mm,
request. I keep looking at the tabby
I
yarn.
saw that one. It was very cute.
Yeah,
Yeah, really good
it'd make
one.
a nice little calico without any
Mhm.
real effort,
Right. Yeah.
and so, but all of the cat uh patterns I'm finding use multiple colors and have you sew them in, and so I'm getting kind
Mm,
of frustrated by that because it's like
mhm,
I don't have to do that if I
mhm.
use the right yarn.
Yeah,
But they all
exactly.
have the, do 4 stitches in this and then switch to this color and then do 3 stitches in this and do to this color, and I'm like, "Well, I don't wanna do all that work."
That's too much work. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm, like,
Mhm.
looking at it going,
Mm.
I don't think
I
so."
liked that tabby when because it popped up a thing to me because I had been looking at that one and it popped up a
Mhm,
thing like, "The tabby yarn you were looking at is still available,"
mhm. Yeah, I thought it'd make a good chicken too and make great kitty cats, and,
Mhm.
the driftwood would make a nice kinda kitty cat look too, I think.
Don't remember which one's the
Um,
driftwood.
I
driftwood,
think that would too. That was a pretty yarn.
the thing is it actually has a little bit blue in it, which was weird.
Huh.
But it's hard to see the blue unless
Mm.
you're, like, really looking at it. I've got the yarn in here. I don't think I have a driftwood chicken in here.
That's how the roof
Excited to
was that I put on my place in Tennessee. I mean, because it was like earth tones, but then there was a little bit of blue in there too. It was cool though. It kinda looked shadowy then.
Yeah. Yeah, Motley chickens have a lot of extra work and a lot of extra yarn in them because 'cause you're having to that is
Oh, yeah.
interesting. You gotta tie off and retie every time, so to get the patchwork look, you're actually tying all of this yarn together inside.
Mhm.
And it is all this yarn, but it definitely is a very unique chicken. It definitely
Yeah, it
created
turned
a
out
very
really cool, that's for sure.
yeah,
It did. It did.
and it didn't do as bad as I thought it would with the different, yarn textures, 'cause
Mm,
they all are quote unquote size 6, but some of these are not
yeah.
as thick as others, so they end up a little less, rigid, a little more flexible, so you end up with softer spots in your chicken
Hmm.
than you do if you all use only one yarn, because some of these yarns are a little sturdier than others.
Trying
Uh-huh.
to the tabby one.
But yeah, the tabby one was interesting. But,
Mhm.
I was like, "I have all this yellow, so I'll make a yellow kitty."
Mhm.
And it's so hard with the way the fuzz is on this yarn for me to see where my stitches are.
Oh,
So I'm going to start again with stitch counters. something that I've gotten used to working without with chickens because I've gotten to the point they're so typical. You just do it because you're so used to them. And so, like real amigurumi, a whole new pattern in reading it is like, oh dear, I'm going to have to count again. and I so far
I try to avoid counting.
Yeah, there's lots of counting in amigurumi. And I did order that book for the Japanese Amigurumi Association.
I'm excited. Yeah, to
I
see
am
that we can
too,
get that.
because I think I could learn. I've already like buzzed around with making different things anyhow, but I think I could figure out pretty quickly what I don't know. One of the things that worried me is apparently there's a special way to do stripes because I've been considering a bee.
Ooh.
And if you're not careful, your stripes look like they take off on each other. So there has to be a way to make the stripes look perfectly even.
Oh.
And apparently that's in that book. Or I can sit there and keep watching videos till I find the video that tells me how to do it. But I'm not a big fan of videos. I do not like videos, which is weird. Why in the world am I running a video show when I don't even like video?
Why do you not like videos? That's curious.
I don't have the patience for them.
Oh.
When they're teaching me something, it's like there's a thing I need that they go through too fast and I have to keep rewinding it to get it right.
Yeah. It's
And
nice
then
that you can pause them, though.
there's hours and hours of talking that I don't need. And I have to sit there through it at least once because I have to know what's there.
Yeah.
And in the hour and a half or so, when I could get a book and
Yeah. Just look up the part you need.
right, exactly, Jason. It's like I can't deal with videos for learning. I have a book. Give me a book because I can look up what I need. I can mark the places that I forget. Exactly, Jason. It's terrible. I just do not have the patience for that.
You see, I do other stuff, and then when I hear what I want to hear, I stop the other stuff and watch it. And I mark in my head about where in the video it is. Because I can usually most of them have like a backup 10 seconds or 30 seconds, so I can hit that quick. But that, I guess I'm usually crafting or painting or something, so it's pretty easy to just kind of listen and let it be in the background.
Yeah, that's how my daughter taught herself to crochet, was watching YouTube videos.
There was another amigurumi book I almost bought because there's an amigurumi book for Complete Idiot's Guide. And that's how I taught myself to crochet, was the Complete Idiot's Guide to Crochet. So,
Joe, that's terrible.
How does that work? That's terrible. Ooh, they bounce. That would be annoying.
Oh, yikes.
Annoying.
That sounds like nystagmus.
If.
My sister has nystagmus from ataxia.
Nystagmus? Is that
Yeah, your eyeballs actually vibrate.
Wow. That would be very annoying. Incredibly.
I hear it's dog howling slightly. I think it's a dog.
Not me.
I guess it could be a child crying. Ursula went outside. It was still raining. It was turning to sleet. We were feeding the horses.
I can't use a 9mm anymore.
I only have a 38.
That's what I want to get. I can't use a 9mm. My son and my daughter have bought all kinds of them and brought them out to me to check them out. I can't. Most of them, I can't push the little thing to release the clip. My thumb won't do it because my arthritis is so bad. And I can't pull the slide back to get that first bullet in there.
Oh.
So they are absolutely worthless to me anymore. I'm going to have a revolver. I can't use anything with a slide. Semi-auto, I can't do it. It's miserable.
Well, fortunately, I don't care about guns, so I don't have to worry about them.
Well, I don't have to worry about it with a shotgun either. That's easy.
Yeah, that's what you have under your bed, right?
It's not under it; it's beside it,
Beside it.
leaning up
Sorry.
against my shelf.
Oh, I got that wrong. Oh, that's right.
Mine's
Yeah,
under the bed.
I did see that.
the rifle was under the bed. The one that slammed the bolt action, the 30-30 that slammed my web, my thumb web in. Ooh.
Jason wants to know about a Hammerlock model.
Lock that hammer down. Whatever that means.
Hopefully, I could do that, but I don't know. I can't pull the slide anymore. I used to be able to, but I can't anymore. My hands will not do it.
Hmm.
All right, I got to screenshot that so I can look it up, Jason. Got it. Thank you.
So this fluffy cat thing actually did something I'd never seen before in amigurumi. It used half double crochets instead of single crochets.
Oh. That go a
Those
little
work up
faster,
faster.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ends up a lot bigger.
Hmm.
This is a magic circle, by the way. And what happens after you sew the right
You
part
say
of your
what part
magic
is
circle?
magic?
Well,
Magic circles are cool.
aren't they?
Uh-huh.
You just sit there and you pull on this string, and it gives you your circle. And
Oh, and there's no gap or anything. It's nice. Yeah.
right.
Uh-huh. Man, when I learned how to do one of those, it was like, oh, where was that all my life?
Yeah. And
I didn't learn how to do a magic circle until I was probably 60.
yeah, I only found them a few years ago when I first started doing amigurumi.
Hmm.
Yeah. I found them a
Some
little bit
earlier
before that.
amigurumi, they actually did like a chain 6 and then work into the circle thing instead of a magic circle even then. But
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I ever knew. Hi, Ann. Yeah. But then, like I said, me and crochet didn't get along.
I think what I'm
Right.
gonna have to do to make myself happy is I'm going to have to make a small one. A lot of times I'll make a small one in like white, plain old worsted yarn, because then I can see what I'm doing really well, and it makes me feel comfortable to work with the more challenging yarns then.
Yeah.
So, I
I
might.
found out the hard way. Don't use black to do a learning one.
No.
I
Oh my
thought it would be
gosh.
good because
Nothing
you
dark.
pull it in and out so many times.
Nothing
Mhm.
dark.
And after doing massage, I have to use hand lotion because my hands don't produce oil anymore.
Right.
And so they get too dry and it like hurts.
Right.
But the oil lotion makes my yarn get dirty if I work it too much.
Right.
So I thought I got this. I'll use black.
Right.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, that did not work out because I
Yeah,
couldn't
they have
see it.
particular kinds of things that you can use on your hands that doesn't come off on the yarn and stuff. It's more
Did
like
I
a shave
misuse?
kind of thing. Worsted just is the weight that it's like it's kind of the basic weight. Like she's been using 6, worsted is 4. Yeah.
Worsted weight, and then you have your sport weight, which is a 3. Sport weight is what you use for like you think of when you think of older baby Afghans, the really light that use lighter weight yarn for them. Worsted weight is what you think of when you think of grandma's balls of yarn. It's that typical yarn. And then this is supposed to be a 6, but it's a very small 6 because the other 6 stuff has it is more like this. It's a thicker yarn. It makes a bigger bird. And then this is supposed to be a real 5. And
That is so doggone cute.
isn't it?
Awesome.
If you made a bunch of those in black, there are several witch type and pagan groups on here
Mhm.
I bet a lot of those women would buy babies grows.
Mm, that's true.
Yep, I bet they would.
Honestly, why can't I find that?
I'll have to share a picture of mine on those groups.
Yeah.
Yeah, let them know. And
Yeah,
they're velvet, so they're so
I'll, yeah, I'll send them here to podcast so that they can see all your birds and get infected with the bird fever.
Can flip him the bird. Yeah.
is that like
Yeah, you
that
said we'll
you
have you
throw it?
flipping the birds at people. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
exactly. Yeah.
Uh,
Now where do you go? Yeah, I thought these could kind of remind you of wrens.
You could
they do. I was thinking that. They
Parrots.
remind me of little
create a
wrens.
game where you flip the bird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
that?
you know what you need? You need a little nest to flip the birds into the nest.
Yeah. Granddaughter asked me to make her an egg. She
An
wanted it
egg.
blue. She wanted a blue egg. Maybe I should attempt to make an egg the rest of the evening. She asked grandmother
Funny.
to crochet her a blue egg. She's like,
Yeah.
Grandma, I need an egg for my chickens.
Oh, that's
Well,
cute.
that is cute.
I said, Grandma, I need an egg for my chickens. And I'm like, oh gosh. Well, the best way to do that would be to sit there and do a magic circle and then grow it up a certain amount and then double it out
Decrease
the
it.
other way on
Yeah,
the
or
way
decrease it
back.
out. Yeah.
Because that way you have a fat end and a thinner end.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of what I figured should happen if I was going to do that,
Right.
would be to make her an egg that way.
Mhm.
So not that she's going to be spoiled here or
No,
anything.
never.
Right.
Yeah, I don't spoil children. I
No,
was
me neither.
trying to explain to my son that being a grandparent is much different than being a parent.
Oh,
Much
absolutely. It's
funner.
way better for one thing.
And that
Much
you just
funner.
don't have the
Yeah.
same interest in making them behave perfectly that you did with your own children.
It's
There
true.
there's just
Well,
this
that's
whole
because there's a middle person. There's a parent who has to make them behave. You just get to be fun and loving.
Yeah.
The parent's got to be the bad guy, not you.
The thing I realized was that I wasn't worried about wrecking the grandchildren. That's up to their parents, you know?
Oh,
So,
Yeah.
true.
you know, yeah,
Yeah.
It's true.
I
Yeah.
feel the
I hadn't
same
thought of it
sense
that
of
way.
responsibility.
Yeah. It's your fault
Yeah.
if the child
My
screwed
oldest
up.
son
I
one
just
time.
happened to be here.
Yeah, my oldest son one time said, "Oh my God, Mom, you never would have done that with us. You
Uh-huh.
are spoiling these kids."
Uh-huh.
Right?
And
And
you're
I
like,
said, "No, I'm not.
yeah.
I am loving the stuffing out of them. You're
Mm,
the one who has to make them into civilized human beings. I just
yeah,
get to play.
not my job.
Not my job. That's your job. I had to do it when you were my kid, but now I'm the grandma. Now I get to do the fun stuff. And you have to do the
Yes, get
nasty,
to have a
dirty
good
work.
time. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
You do the dirty work. It's my turn to have fun."
Yeah. Poor Anna was too good today.
Oh,
Hungry? How's
See,
that
how
work?
do you be too good?
I
well,
know. That's what I was wondering.
she's told not to bug me too much.
Oh,
Oh,
So she stayed downstairs all day.
oh
And
wow.
I had told her she was good yesterday. She could come up and paint today, and she was good by not coming upstairs.
No.
So she didn't get to come up and paint.
aw,
It's like, I'm like, is she sick? Occasionally I'd hear a cough, but I heard no noises from downstairs. I'm like,
Oh,
right?
is she sick?
Aw,
What's going on with this child? And now I'm worried that she decided to stay downstairs because she was being good, and then she didn't get any painting because she was downstairs all day.
no.
And I'm like,
yep.
oh shoot. So, but it's apparently spring break weekend, so I guess she'll be around all week, so I can paint with her
Oh,
You'll have
any
fun.
day.
other days.
Plenty of opportunity.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Well, I don't know if anybody cares, but I did write 2 stories for the prompt.
Oh, well, go
Dude.
ahead and
I
read.
did fall. I fell asleep last night, so just fair warning: if you have Jason and Robes both on,
Uh-huh.
I am gonna go night.
Okay.
Just lulled you, huh?
You get those 2
Nice.
warm men's voices, and I was just I don't even know when I left. I was just
That's
one
funny.
more time. I woke up and everybody
Yeah,
was
good
gone. I was all
dreams.
by myself,
Were there good dreams
black
involved?
screen, and said, "Oh, okay, I guess it's over."
No,
Oh,
funny.
my.
I did wake up at 6 o'clock this morning and watched I watched where I remember to kind of fast forwarded,
Right.
and then I got to new stuff, and so I stopped and watched that. But
That was funny.
I did not see it last night, so I don't know if you ever asked anything about me reading or not.
I asked who had reading, and you didn't respond. And Julie and Rose both
Oh,
had it, and
I listened to theirs. I liked them both. I was,
Thank you.
it is so perverse, and this is probably a bad thing. But I was so tickled at Julie's heroine, sort of whatever she is, come back.
Oh, yeah.
I tickled all the way through that.
So
There she
funny.
is. I thought it was cool.
She's got to come back around once in a while, you know?
Yeah, she does. Oh shoot! And Robe's already left.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for what is the cat's name? Peaches.
Oh, yeah, I told him that.
yes,
When I
Peaches.
talked
Did
to
you? Yeah, we need. It's time for another Peaches story.
Yeah, I told him that we need more of those. They're great.
They are.
He reads them so well.
I know. Yeah.
He does. He gives it all the right inflection and spacing, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
even the little
You feel
giggles
so
here and
sorry
there.
for Peach's owner. You can just hear the exasperation and
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
misery. And
Yeah, it's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
funny.
It is. It is because you see the cats from time to time looking at you, and you think, "Oh God, what is he planning now?" It's a scary little look sometimes that they give you.
oh yeah, I have a few cats living in my house at the moment. And the worst thing is when herself climbs onto my lap purring, because then I know I'm a prisoner for God knows how long.
Yeah.
Oh
Isn't that
yeah,
lovely?
If I
Isn't
move,
that
she
lovely?
will hurt me.
I love
yeah.
those moments, actually. I'm like, oh, I'll just sit here and pet you. Yes. Mm.
Oh, thank you, Joe. That's
So we are waiting with bated breath for your story.
I don't know what
oh,
bated breath is
oh,
like, but
oh. Okay, hang on. I'm just sitting here watching this. Um, the dark one or the light one?
I have
Right.
allergies.
Because
Oh.
it's getting kind of close to the end here. So,
Yeah, we have half an hour.
Do the
well,
dark one first.
I don't want to traumatize anybody before bedtime.
We'll do
Oh,
the
yeah,
dark one
there was
first,
that the
and
last
then
time, wasn't
and
there?
then do the light one. Yeah.
I'll
You
do the
do the
dark
dark
one
one
first and then the light
first.
one.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can finish this
Oh,
off with a lighter one then. That way.
okay, okay, all right. The kitchen in the house at the edge of the marshes didn't smell of cinnamon. It smelled like the end of things, of whetstone, of iron, and of the heavy, silent patience of a predator. It's a place of rhythmic survival. The thrum of the refrigerator, the sigh of the kettle, the soft thud of dough against flour. But in the corner, tucked behind the copper cans that hang like rows of tarnished, silent bells beside the sink, sits the door that no one uses. It's a narrow wooden throat choked shut by a decade of silence. It can open, The hinges still give a soft, familiar moan when the brass knob is turned, but it no longer leads down into the earth. Long ago, the steep wooden steps dropped away behind that wood in a cool earthen cellar. It was a cathedral of glass and grit. There, mason jars stood in disciplined rows, peaches suspended in syrup like golden hearts, green beans sealed against rot, tomatoes glowing red as blood against the creeping discipline of the frost. It was a place of survival, but there is a thin line between a pantry and a tomb, and the woman who kept the house knew exactly where that line was drawn. Then came the year of the flood. It wasn't just the river breaking its banks. It was a flood of human failure that finally turned the soil sour. That was the year Miller, the dairy farmer, began cutting his cream with chalk to pay off his gambling debts. That was the year the sheriff's eyes began to linger on younger girls at the market with a hunger that no law could satisfy. The town was a landscape of moral silt, and when rain came, the water found the stone foundation of this house and refused to leave. It soaked the shelves, loosened the soil, and unsettled the quiet things that had been sleeping in the mud. So the family did what families do when the ground beneath them turns straighter. They buried the wound. They hauled out the rotting stairs. They packed the hollow with gravel and dirt, a burial without a headstone. They poured concrete. Someone suggested taking the door out altogether, catching the wall clean, pretending the descent had never existed. But she shook her head, her face a map of canyons and hard-won grit. No, she said, let it stay. The house needs to know where it's hidden its pain. And so it became the door no one uses. Now, when the knob is turned, it opens not into a dark hole, but into a narrow alcove, 2 feet deep, a shallow cage for the tools of keeping house. Aprons hang there, flour dusted, paint speckled, softened by years of wiping away the salt of grief. A broom rests in the corner, a dustpan hangs from a nail. But the walls are where the sacred ledger is kept. The handprints of children and grandchildren are layered on the south wall like a colorful skin. She had each of them pick a color of paint, ochre, crimson, the purple of a Michigan dust. She reared the paint onto a glass pane and pressed her palms against the smooth, thin layer of paint. Next, she helped them press their painted palms onto the cream-colored wall. Left hand first, then the right. A claim on the property, a witness to the era. But look closer at the doorframe. Beneath the handprints of the living are the pencil marks of the missing. Thomas, 6 years old. Thomas grew 3 inches between March and August. Thomas, October 3rd, the day he didn't come home. Thomas had been the first to notice the rot in the town. He'd seen the sheriff's truck parked where it shouldn't be. He'd seen the chalk dust on Miller's hands. And then Thomas was gone. The town said he ran. They said he had a restless spirit. But his mother knew that the only thing more restless than a spirit is the earth when it's been forced to swallow a truth it can't digest. I don't know how to forgive them, Mama, Leah once whispered in that small space. She was 24 then, her shoulder pressed against the names of her missing brother, her voice trembling like a leaf in a gale. I saw Miller at the market. He looked at me in the eye while he weighed the butter, knowing he's skimming the life out of this county. And the sheriff, he looks at me like I'm a jar he wants to break. Her mother didn't offer a hug. She offered the weight of the house. She stepped into the alcove, her presence filling the doorway of the door no one uses until the kitchen light was a mere sliver. This door used to lead down, she said gently, finger tracing a handprint in faded red paint, into cool earth, into things sealed tight so they wouldn't spoil. But the flood changed the chemistry of the ground. It made the foundation soft, Thea. She ran her finger along a line marking Thea's height at 12, and her brother's at the same age beside it. Forgiveness isn't pretending the flood didn't happen, she said, voice dropping into a register that sounded like grinding stone. Forgiveness is the act of deciding you don't want to keep walking down into the water to see what's floating. We poured the concrete because we needed a floor that wouldn't give way when the world went rotten. We didn't just fill a hole, Leah. We built a lid. Years crawled by. The alcove became less of a storage space and more of a witness. Aprons brushed against the names of the dead. The broom handle tapped against the painted dates. Tap, 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 like a code being sent to the world below. There is something holy about that kind of maintenance. It's quiet. It's performed daily. The cellar once held jars for winter survival. The alcove holds names written in trust. The cellar stored what was hidden in the dark. The alcove keeps what is seen in the light. One spring afternoon, her grandson, a boy with Thomas's restless eyes, stepped toward the corner. He reached for the knob of the door no one uses. Do you ever wish it still led somewhere, Grandma? He asked. She considered the boy. She looked at the floorboards she had scrubbed until the wood grain was as white as a bleached bone. Sometimes, she said softly, but not because I want to go down. Then why? Because, she whispered, her hand resting on his shoulder with a weight that was both a blessing and a warning. It reminds me that we are the ones who decide what stays buried. She reached behind the hanging aprons, her fingers finding a small, recessed latch in the wood that no child had ever noticed. With a slow, heavy groan, the back of the alcove, the false wall of the house, swung inward. It wasn't a wall. It was a secondary door, a shallow vault masked by the tools of the kitchen. Inside the narrow, vertical shaft were the jars, but they weren't full of peaches. Inside the first jar was a tarnished silver badge, its star pitted by the very silt that had claimed the sheriff's wife. Inside the second was a heavy gold wedding band that had belonged to a farmer who moved to the city and forgot to take his conscience with him. And inside the third, preserved in a clear, biting brine, were the height marker shavings, the literal slivers of lives that had been cut short by the men she had invited into her kitchen for bread and never allowed to leave. The cellar once held food for the winter, she said, her voice a shadow. But this space, this holds the evidence of how we survived the men who tried to drown us. We are the stewards of the silence, boy. This leads nowhere. It leads here. She closed the panel. The kitchen smelled of rosemary and baking bread. The window was open to the Michigan spring. A neighbor laughed somewhere beyond the fence, oblivious to the fact that the very ground they walked on was a ledger of their sins, held steady by the woman in the apron. The door stood steady in the corner, the door no one uses. It opens. It doesn't descend. It holds what has been lived and what has been executed. And here, wherever you are, standing over your own filled in dark, you're already home.
I like it.
Did you?
Is dark, yeah.
Well, it was a little bit Julie-esque.
Mhm.
Yes. Don't my
invited them
Harold
in
and
for
Mary.
bread and didn't let them leave.
Great minds, right?
Right?
I'm sitting here thinking about, you know, all of the. There was a horror collection I read a long time ago, and it had excerpts from various authors and everything. And there was one about the little room, and it has this newlywed couple coming home to visit this girl's maiden aunt who raised her. And she's telling him stories about how there was this tea cupboard. And many of her visits, it was a tea cupboard. But occasionally, instead of being a tea cupboard, it'd actually be a whole room. And then she'd go back for another visit and it'd be a tea cupboard again. And when she'd ask them what happened to the room, they'd act like she was crazy. And so it was all about the suspense going up to whether or not when she went to visit them, if it would be the tea cupboard or the little room, the tea cupboard or the little room. And they get there and the house had burned down the night before.
Ooh.
Oh,
And that's the end of the story.
Wow.
And it was, I thought about that story as I debated what to do with my own door story, and then I didn't get one.
Mm.
Oh, cool. Irish oral historian. That means that you can actually immigrate into Ireland and move to Ireland legally, I believe. That's how Rosie O'Donnell did it. Was having direct relatives in Ireland. I don't know.
oh, cool, Joe.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
You okay, Neuro?
Poor Neuro. It isn't as bad as the other one. That one was really bad. This one's actually kind of okay compared to that one.
Yeah.
I mean, that one was really, really, really frightening. That one could put people in like flashbacks for days.
Yeah.
Well, I was hoping this one didn't do any flashbacky stuff.
No, it didn't to me. And there was a wistfulness about it when you talked about like the life that didn't get continued. That
Yeah.
was.
Well, I think a lot of us have had that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean the nicer one
It's cool, Advocate.
is similar, but
Right.
it's sweeter.
Mm.
Well, you want to read that one next?
Still time.
Yep.
Ooh, familiar vibes from the Winchester house. Cool.
Yes.
Neuro's okay. All right. Here's the nicer version. I mean, I got the nicer version done, and it was like I could not leave it. I had to go back in, and then I had to do it dark. I couldn't leave it alone. I had to take it dark. I couldn't help myself.
Too good. Too sweet.
Yeah, this was too sweet. Gotta go darker.
No, not too sweet. No, not that. Anything but that.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't do sweet. So, okay.
That's funny.
In the corner of the kitchen, just beyond the old enamel sink and beneath a row of copper pans, there's a narrow wooden door. It opens, but it doesn't go downstairs anymore. Long ago, steep wooden steps descended behind that door into a cool earthen cellar, the kind that held rows of mason jars, peaches suspended in syrup, green beans sealed tight, tomatoes glowing red against the discipline of frostbite. Potatoes rested in crates and lanterns hung from nails. The air was always a little damp, a little sweet. Then came the year of the flood. Water found its way through the stone foundation and refused to leave. It soaked the shelves, loosened the soil, unsettled the quiet. So the family did what families do when something below them no longer feels sturdy. They filled it in. The stairs were removed, gravel and dirt packed the space, concrete was poured, and a plank floor was laid level where the first stair once dipped into shadow. The descent was closed. Someone suggested taking the door out altogether, patching the wall clean and pretending it had never been there. But she shook her head. No, she said, let it stay. And so it did. Now, when you turn the old brass knob, the hinges give a soft, familiar sigh, and the door opens into a narrow alcove, 2 feet deep, framed neatly where the stairwell once began. It's small, but it's not empty. Hooks line the inside wall, aprons hang there, flour dusted, paint speckled, softened by years of use. A broom rests in the corner. A dustpan hangs from a nail. The mop bucket sits tucked to one side, quiet and ready. Where jars once stood sealed against hunger, there are now pencil marks. Her children and grandchildren's handprints are on the south wall. She had each of them pick a color of paint which she reared onto a glass pane. She gently pressed her hand against the paint before placing it firmly against the cream-colored wall. First the left, then the right. Each child signed their name, if they could, and she filled out the names for those who couldn't write yet. Scattered throughout are favorite family recipes written down by whomever was inclined to do so. First and last frost dates were recorded each year, as were many unusual weather patterns. On the doorframe, family members' heights were measured year after year, dates written in careful script. The cellar once held preserved food for winter survival. The alcove now preserves memories of something deeper. If you lean close, you can read them. Marin, 6 years old, insisted she was taller than the counter. Thomas grew 3 inches between March and August. First frost, October 3rd. Snow before Thanksgiving. Lilacs bloomed early. We made it through. The children always notice it first. They walk into the kitchen, eyes adjusting to the warmth and the scent of cinnamon or rising bread, and they ask, where does that go? She smiles. It used to go down, she says. Now it stays. Sometimes she opens it just to let light fall inside. Afternoon sun spills across the pencil marks and catches in the faint ridges of drying paint. Dust floats in slow spirals. The broom handle shifts softly as the air moves. Teenagers have stood in that small space during hard conversations, one shoulder pressed against the frame, fingers tracing their own name from years before. I don't know how to forgive him, her daughter, Leah, once whispered there, voice trembling against the wooden wall. The kitchen clock ticked. Bread cooled on the counter. She stepped beside her daughter and rested her hand over a faded handprint. Small fingers splayed wide in red paint from a long ago summer. This door used to lead down, she said gently, to cool earth, into jars sealed tight. Leah nodded. But we filled it in, she continued. Not because what was down there was evil. It wasn't. It fed us. It kept us through winter. But after the flood, it wasn't sturdy anymore. She ran her finger along a penciled line marking Leah's height at 12 years old. Forgiveness isn't pretending the flood didn't happen, she said. It's deciding you don't want to keep walking down into it. They stood there together, the two of them framed by the narrow doorway that no longer led into the darkness. The door didn't close. It didn't need to. Years passed. Children grew and left and returned with children of their own. New handprints were added, smaller palms layered over larger ones. The pencil marks climbed higher, then paused, then climbed again. The alcove became less of a storage space and more of a witness. Aprons brushed against names as they were lifted from hooks. The broom handle tapped gently against painted dates when someone swept the floor. The ordinary tools of keeping house leaned quietly against preserved memory. There is something holy about that kind of maintenance. Maintenance. It's not loud or dramatic. It's quiet and performed daily. The cellar once held jars sealed against scarcity. The alcove holds names written in trust. The cellar stored what was hidden in the cool dark. The alcove keeps what is seen in warm light. On winter mornings, when frost laced the kitchen window in delicate patterns, she would step inside the alcove and write the date alongside the inside wall. First frost, November 9. Deep freeze, January 17. Sun lingered longer, February 22. The door became a calendar of hope. It recorded not only the cold, but its ending. It stood as quiet proof that seasons shift, that growth can be measured, that storms don't last forever. No one leaves through that door. It's become the place where everyone wants to stay. There are no slammed exits framed by it, no dramatic departures into shadow. If anything, people move toward it when they need steadiness. One spring afternoon, when the lilacs bloomed exactly on time, her grandson, nearly as tall as she is now, stepped into the alcove and stood straight back against the wall. "Mark me," he said. She made the line carefully above his head, wrote the date, pressed her palm briefly against his shoulder. He glanced around at the painted hands and layered names. "Do you ever wish it still opened?" he asked. She considered. "Sometimes," she said, "but not because I want to go down." He waited. "Because it reminds me that we could," she finished softly, "and we choose not to." He nodded in that quiet way young men do when something settles deeper than explanation. The kitchen smelled of rosemary and yeast. The window was open. A neighbor laughed somewhere beyond the fence. The door stood steady in the corner. It opens. It doesn't descend. It holds what has been lived. If you were to stand in that kitchen today, you might not notice it at first. You might be distracted by the warmth of the oven, by the easy way people move around one another, by the soft familiarity of a home where stories are known and still welcome. But eventually, your eyes would land on that narrow wooden door, and perhaps you'd feel something inside you grow steady, because somewhere within you, there's also a door that once led downward, into memory, into hurt, into jars sealed tight. And perhaps you, too, are deciding what to fill in, what to level, what to keep. Perhaps you're choosing to open the door not to descend into what flooded, but to step into the small, light-filled space where growth is marked and forgiveness is practiced, like sweeping the floor again and again until it becomes part of how the house stands. The cellar once held preserved food for winter survival. This door leads to preserved evidence of love for something that lasts longer than a year or two. It leads nowhere. It leads here. And here, wherever you are, you're already home.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. I can do light, but the dark needs to come.
Oh, look how cute that turned out.
Does it look like an egg?
Oh, that's darling. It
Adorable.
does.
Very adorable.
I can't believe you did that so fast.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, just
Mhm.
I mean, I don't think there's 60 stitches in it. I mean, I sat there. I think the longest one around it might be 18, maybe 24. It's not very.
I like that you were able to shape it, though. That was good. That was
Yeah.
good.
So
And I was reading. I didn't even get to see you do it. You're going to have to do another one now so I can watch.
really, seriously.
Well, I mean, you don't have to do it tonight. You've only got 10 minutes, but
Actually, we started at 20 till, so I could almost do another one now.
Wow.
I mean, It wasn't that, you
Did you stuff it and everything?
yeah, it's stuffed.
Wow.
Yeah, I stuffed it. Stuffing didn't take long at all. And
Andale, andale. Speedy
this
Gonzalez.
well, you do your magic circle, and then you expand your magic circle a few times, and then you start reducing your magic circle. And then you shove in it,
As one does.
and you have to pull your tails in because it doesn't look like an egg if it's got the thingies on it. And it's
You know, that's got to be the prompt right there, Julie.
what
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. As one
as one
does.
does.
Yeah.
Yes,
She says it too often.
it's got to be a prompt sooner or later. You're right.
Yeah. So
As
and
We
one
got it. We
does.
got to use it
So I might
As
as well have
one
it.
does, Lisa.
as one does.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
Everyone just bakes a pie from the age of 8 every day. Oh,
Oh,
yes, you know.
Diana.
well, we had apple trees. I was a child. You don't get to say no.
And you were amazing to do that. Really.
Well, it was scary.
Oh,
Diana, I'm sorry you're facing that. It's going to sound terrible, but when my son required shoulder surgery before he was 16, I was like, thank God they'll never draft him
Right?
because that was the one thing, that scared me because I don't believe our country goes to war for the right reasons. Uh, I don't think I have historically for a long time.
Oh, but wait, he's solving all these wars. He's ending them. He's the
He
peace
promised there'd
president.
be no foreign wars. That he was going to end the wars and we'd have nothing but peace. And then he even created his little peace thing and forced the FIFA to create the peace award to kiss
Yeah.
his ass for him. And so embarrassing. It is so incredibly embarrassing that
That
this
sounds cool,
is
Joe.
what our world is. So
Right? I mean, I, you know what? Take all these old farts off of Capitol Hill and send their asses out to fight and leave our boys home so they can
yeah,
grow and
Right.
grow up.
I'm a veteran too, and my dad was a veteran was a United States Marine during the 60s. Yeah,
Yeah, I've got family members who are veterans. I wasn't, but I have family members who are, and for the people who serve, God bless each and every one of them.
mhm,
But for the assholes who send them into this shit for their bullshit pride and budget,
yep.
I don't like them.
No, and just announces people are going to die. Too bad you're not one of them. Go over there.
Right?
Keep them organized. Go over
I
there.
can't believe we killed the Ayatollah. I mean, it used to be that to the best of our ability, well, no, that's not true either. Let's admit the United States has loved regime change forever. This is the first
Well,
time we've been so blatant about it. It used to be we used the CIA and stuff and did things quietly behind the scenes instead of just going in and killing people's
And is it always just to profit
officials,
us?
Well, yeah, it's always about us.
it's always about profit.
It's always about profit. It's I mean, it was so funny because apparently Trump thought that Venezuela didn't know enough about oil to realize we didn't want Venezuela's oil.
Hmm.
And part of the reason he took over Venezuela was because he figured all of our people could come in and start making billions on their oil. But their oil it requires more refining than normal sweet crude. And it's one of the
Oh,
reasons that people don't get Venezuelan oil anymore.
did not know.
And
Right?
and so he's like, okay, I'm going to call Exxon and BP and everybody and tell them that I just did this for their benefit. And now they can go in there and take over these oil wells. And they were all like, we don't want to. It's not worth the money to invest in their oil infrastructure right now. And he's like, of course you want to. This is worth billions. And they're like, no, it's not.
You know, when our military is going out there to protect people who can't protect themselves, when they're going out to even the playing field against despots
Right.
and horrible regimes like ours is
Like
now, but
ours?
like
Oh,
Right.
you know, um, Nazis and all that stuff,
Right.
and all that. You know, we send them off maybe with fear and trepidation in our hearts, but
we
there's
think it's
also
for
a sense
a
of
good
pride.
purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a good purpose, and we're proud of them and their willingness to sacrifice themselves, and our
Right.
sacrifices in losing them if we must.
Right.
We pray for them. We, beg God to keep them safe.
Right.
But for this,
Yeah.
you know,
yeah.
even
Right.
back for when my son was in the military, and it was the sand war thing. Iran, Iraq, something,
Right.
Saudi. I don't know where it was. I don't remember. I've blocked a lot of that out of my memory. But that was about oil.
Uh-huh.
And I was so furious that all these kids were going to be put in harm's way
Right.
over frickin' oil and money.
Mm-hmm.
There's no
Yeah.
pride to dying for oil and money.
Right. Hardly
It's
for the
just a tragedy.
highest cause, you know?
Yeah, it's a tragedy. And these kids deserve way better than that.
Right.
Um, yeah, that's it, Spirit. Her advocate. He's creating sacrifices for his ego. And
Yeah.
I can't stand him.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can't either.
Especially
Um,
since he never served and was so willing to send people off to serve.
yeah,
You know?
you know, he doesn't care how many families are devastated, and
He doesn't care about anybody but himself and
And
his
it's like the
big
yeah,
fortunate
I
sons.
still hope he comes
Oh,
here. I still hope he shows up at my door for dinner someday. Oh my God, I would love that opportunity.
And what would you poison him with?
Oh, honey, he wouldn't make it long enough to be poisoned. I'd cut him
Oh.
into little pieces, and I'd make sure he screamed before I let him die.
And then you could barbecue him like fried green tomatoes, right?
I could. I found some new barbecue sauce that's really, really.
Ah! What brand is it? Do you remember what brand?
No, but it's a cool name. It's a really cool name.
Well,
Um,
gives me a lot of info. Yep.
well, I've still got some in the fridge. I'll have to look at it tomorrow, and I'll send you
Okay.
what it is. I'll write it down so I can remember it. I was
yeah. You
surprised.
know,
I've never tried
Baron
it
will
before, and
never
it's
ever be
organic.
in the
It's really
military.
good. Oh yeah, Baron should enlist. Baron should be drafted.
Yep. But no, he'll get a deferment for being in college
Yeah,
and being wealthy,
yeah.
and the rest of
So
us
yeah,
will send
Diana,
our children to die.
I can't speak for everybody, but I will be praying for all these young people, your son included, because man, they should not be involved in this mess.
Mm-mm.
They should not be in harm's way.
It's all for the wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
We have been nothing but their vassals, one way or another, our whole existence. We just never knew it.
But
Yeah.
what I can't make peace with is his big thing that, he's going to be the peace president. And then he goes around and starts shit like a bully, you know?
Yeah, he is the bully.
Yeah,
He's
he is.
He's
exactly
always
a
been a
bully.
bully.
Definitely a bully. Definitely.
Yep. Yep.
Always been a bully. So you realize I'm
Oh,
doing
that's
this
true. Advocate, he
freehand,
would.
right?
What's that?
You realize I'm just kind of doing this freehand, right? Both
Yeah.
hands. Okay. So this is where I'm at so far.
It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, that worked up fast too
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
already.
Yeah. I mean, there was a few minutes of talking while we debated whether or not I was going to do it, but I'm over halfway finished with it.
Yeah.
And you just stuff it and finish closing it up?
Yeah.
Cool.
So you stuffed it and then finished.
Yeah, you
Crocheting?
can't finish it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't finish it the other way. You gotta.
Well, I mean, I thought maybe you finished it and then stuffed it and then like sewed it, but you don't.
No. Actually, what I do is I get it almost done, and then I stuff it, and then I finish closing up the top.
I see what you're doing there, Julie.
I know, it's so soft.
It is the barred rock chickens are so nice,
And the
They're-
little
they're-
ears. The ears are magical.
Mhm.
The ears
Yeah.
or the wings?
It's wings.
Those are
Sorry.
wings.
It's wings.
Now
But
I
they
can
feel
put
like
ears
ears.
on. I don't
They
know if
feel
you
like
noticed, but
ears.
those
Chicken
little
ears,
red.
it's a
Chickens do have
delicacy.
ears.
Chicken ears
Right.
are a delicacy. Yeah.
Chickens have ears. They're those little red things at the back of their heads.
The back
Or
of their
their
head.
earlobes. Yeah. They're like they'd be about here.
Mm. It's like the way these are cupped. It feels really good to run your thumb in it.
They'd be right about here on a chicken
Oh, funny.
at the back of their head. They're
Cool.
these little red stripes, and that's their earlobes.
Oh, huh.
Oh, I never knew that.
So, yes, those are the chicken's earlobes.
Huh.
Yep, I taught you another chicken thing today. I have way
I was
too
just
many
going to say,
chicken things.
anatomy lesson.
Chicken anatomy. Oh, I have an animal anatomy for artists book.
It's a lot of cool things there, Diane.
It is really
Diana?
cool. Oh, nice.
Mm.
Oh,
Man.
Diana.
I worry
no.
about getting
Boy, you did a good job raising kids.
You did. You've got very productive children. You did
Yeah.
good. And I know how you feel. There's a lot of times I weep too, just because I've got a grandson who's going to be 4 in a few days.
Is you.
I worry so much about him having any kind of future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I worry about my grandkids.
Yeah, like my great grandbaby. Yeah.
Yeah. Blessing to all our soldiers, men and women alike. And to all of us who are not in that top 3% of the rich, we're all fodder.
Hey, I live within a pretty dangerous distance of Whiteman Air Force Base.
Mm.
Oh, Motley needs a saddle. Okay.
Well, Motley's going to need a rooster to need that saddle.
Yeah.
Needs another part for that.
Yeah, we need to make you a rooster for Motley, I guess. Motley needs a boyfriend
Yeah,
first.
mine too, Diana.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, should I stay on a few more
I'm
minutes to finish
thinking that
this?
I've only got 4 out of 10 grandchildren who are not biracial or
Wow.
interracial.
I have a biracial grandchild. Well, actually, I guess
I have
if you
3,
if
4,
you
5. I have
look at
5 biracials.
actually if you look at Native American, I've got 2 biracial grandchildren.
Oh.
Because my one granddaughter is a mixture of African American and white, and the other one is Sioux and Choctaw. Sioux on one side, Choctaw on the other.
So she's actually American and white.
Yep.
Or he. She or he.
She. All of them are granddaughters.
Okay. Yep,
So-
I have half Filipino, half Mexican, and then half African American. So got a bunch.
tail.
Mm. Well, I have half American, half British. Does that count?
Sick.
Does that count?
Sorry, Julie, what?
I said I have ones who are half American, half British. Does that count?
Sort of.
Not exactly, racial, but
Sort of.
Mm.
Yeah, my oldest son. Well, my ex's family has Choctaw in their history, and then my granddaughter's mother was Sioux.
That's cool.
So then we take our white filling and we shove as much as we can into the tiny little space.
I was seeing that. I'm thinking, my God, my fingers wouldn't even push that down into that little hole.
And then we finish crocheting. I'm gonna have to pull this up till I can find a loop now. Come on. Where are my loops? There's a loop. Come here, loop. And then we just start closing our hole again more and more. So,
Well, my one daughter-in-law, Sarah, she's been in America since she was 16, but her first 16 years she was raised in Ghana, and her people are all from Ghana. So she's actually African. Well, I mean, she's American because she's got, she's got all of her stuff for American, but she grew up and was born from Ghanaian family.
cool.
I've never been to Ghana, but I love the food. And the half Ghanaian grandchildren. I love the stuffing out of that. They're great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wished my youngest had kids, but he's not gotten married or anything, and he's 37. But I wished he had kids because, I mean, he would love that so much. He's always loved children.
Aw.
Oh, yeah.
You always feel bad when somebody's loved children and
I know, right?
don't get any of their own.
Oh, cool, Sarah.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
And
oh my God, jollof. Oh, I asked my daughter-in-law the other day. I said, "You've got to give me another jollof lesson." I'd learned how to make it, but it's been so long.
What is it?
I've forgotten jollof.
Yeah,
It's a rice dish. It's basically tomatoes and onions.
Ooh.
And rice. I mean, it's just, oh my God, there's seasonings. It is so good.
What's the kind of seasoning?
There's curry. There's the funky root looking thing with like gnarled fingers that you grate. Ginger.
Very cool, Lisa. That's amazing. That's amazing.
there.
Oh,
Do a whole nest of eggs, couldn't you?
Wow, congratulations. Yes, Sarah, it is. Oh my God, it is such good stuff.
And actually, they're not bad for a chicken this size, actually.
Oh, that's so cute. You know, we're all gonna want eggs now.
I just can't believe it's like, Grandma, I need eggs, and I need this, and I need that, and it's like,
it is. It's used as a side for a lot of stuff, Sarah, but the the jollof is so good. I mean, I fill a big old bowl with it, and that's it. That's all I want. I just want the jollof. That's my main dish. Oh God, I love that stuff. But I took too long to make it again, and now I've forgotten how. Hi, Kathy.
You don't have a recipe?
No.
We'll see.
My daughter-in-law is an excellent cook. She does a pinch of this and a handful of that.
Oh yeah, that's my grandma. That's how she was.
You know,
Diana, I've been making chickens.
Many chickens.
And a raven.
And a raven and maybe a crow.
This one, look at her little expression, how cute she is.
She is cute. My little raven's cute too.
This thing's a little cheeky, I think.
Very cute.
Cheeky look to her. But anyhow, so my granddaughter
That's how my
asked for an
daughter-in-law
egg.
serves it to Sarah.
So that's where the eggs come from. Is the granddaughter said, but Grandma, now I need an egg for my chicken.
What's a egg?
I now have eggs for the granddaughter. This one's a little lumpy, but the thing is on their stuff, you end up having to like kind of reshape them a little. You can make them kind of get out of round pretty easy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They're awfully cute.
So now the granddaughter has eggs, and I even made another one because you asked how I did it. So I did another one. It's just magic circle, go up.
Now she's got one for when she loses the first one.
Yeah. Or I can hide them for a bit. Hide them inside this chicken.
Oh my God, we're coming up for Easter.
Yeah, that's why I
Crocheted
have.
Easter eggs.
Well, that's why I have the jelly bean chicken collection with the purple and
Yep.
pink and the green and the blue.
Yes.
But they need Easter eggs.
How many
Julie's gonna reach through there and slap me any second. You know that, right?
Oh, it is.
I saw that look on her face, like, shut up. Just shut up.
I'm like, well, they don't take long. But they already make eggs out of plastic and stuff. Do they really need more eggs out here?
But the other ones aren't crocheted. These are crocheted. So they go with the chickens. Go with
I guess I could make like blue and yellow. I have to look for their pink and stuff.
So how many colors for jelly beans?
Chickens, Diana.
How many colors for the jelly bean ones do you have going?
I have. Well, the thing is that we've got the pink and the blue, the mint greens, and the greens and the pinks have a whole bunch of other colors in them. So I'm not sure how those would work up as eggs. And they're the heavier yarn. This is the slightly lighter yarn that's got the blue and the yellow. The what's that yarn called? We have so many long yarns. It's kind of crazy how much Bernat blanket yarn we've gotten into here. But there's one kind. Let's see, wasn't your inspirations? Bernat blanket yarn. Let's see. I should just hit shopping because that would then give me just their stuff and I would remember the name of this type of yarn once I saw it again. Okay, this is let's see, Silver Steel was one of them, wasn't it? What is this stuff called? What was this brand? What was this stuff called?
Which
Special name. The yellow and the teal. They were a special brand of Bernat yarn.
Were they mystical?
Mystical. Yes, the mysticals. Because those
Bernat has some great names for their yarn, don't they?
Yeah. But they've got mystical. They've got one that's kind of a grayish, but they've got one that's a red. That would probably do okay. And they've got one that's green, and they got pink. They got blue. They've got purple. So there are other colors that.
Did you say you have purple chickens?
I have purple chickens, but they're not the mystical purple. They are a pink and purple stripe thing.
Oh, those turned out cool. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Bernat blanket. It's called Purple Sunset.
That one's pretty. I like that one.
That's what I've done a lot. But the mystical does a nice thing for like Easter egg colors for sure.
Yeah.
It's a nice, more stable. It's a little bit. It goes a little bit from darker to lighter, but it's got more of a.
Well, I'm disappointed that the teal is blue, but it's a nice blue. But
and there's another blue that they have on top of the teal. They've got the teal, and then they've got another blue that's called Blue Blanket, Storm Blue.
Well, teal should at least
and no
be
green
teal.
that looks teal.
No green that looks teal. They've got a green that's called Mystical Fresh. And then they've got pink and Storm is a blue. Purple Sky's purple. Gray looks like it could be something you would use for a cat. Again, it's got buff and gray like it'd be a dilute tortie.
Oh, that'd be fun.
No. That'd be pretty.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that it looks a lot like it'd be a dilute tortie. Hi, So. I'm actually late getting off here. I was my granddaughter asked me to make eggs.
So she's been
made an egg after I did one.
she made an egg while I was reading, so I couldn't see her make the
So I
egg.
had
So
to make
then I
she
another
asked
made
her to
egg.
another
make
one
one that I could watch.
because she aims to please.
She does aim to please. Thank
So
you
I
for
made
doing that
another
for me.
egg. So now
Thank you
my
for doing
granddaughter
that
has
for me.
eggs for her chickens. But I've been looking at cat patterns, but they vary quite a bit. So
Well, at least you have a better idea of what to look for. Now you know to look for the ones that are actually amigurumi
yeah,
created kind of ones.
yeah. But anyhow, hello all chat people, but we usually quit at 10 and it's already 16 minutes later. So
Yeah,
I'm
how
gonna
come
say
your lights
goodbye
didn't go
for the
off?
night.
How come your lights
But
didn't go off? I thought your
They
lights
did. This is the
thank
overhead
you
light in my
for
bedroom.
thank you
So
for joining us, everybody. Thank you
yes,
for listening
thank you
to
for
me
coming.
read.
We'll see you Tuesday. And
Yes, thank you for spending your time with us while we discuss.
I always hear people say I love all you guys, and I always think, yeah, right, you don't even know us. But you know what? I do love all you guys. It's so
But we
weird.
do.
It
I
is.
know.
Yeah,
You're
it's
all
so weird. I
friends.
do.
Thank you.
Sweet dreams, everybody.